Morning Tobago on Tobago Update, and now we are moving into what's going on with our junior Calypsonians. Now we had some competition that took place earlier this week, and I am being joined by the PRO of the Tobago region, Mr. Opoku Ware, of course, who is no stranger to Calypso and the arts. So good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Ware. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. What can I say? Just going swimming with the tide.
Great. So now we had the National Junior Calypso Monarch Semi-Finals taking place earlier this week. How did it go from your standpoint?
Well, from the information I have, I think 4 students from Tobago qualified for the national finals, and they are heading to Trinidad right now. They are heading to Trinidad to compete in the national finals, we expect good things from them because I think we had. People like Miss Brulin Bob Lewis, she was one of the writers of some of the songs, most of the songs. So we expect a good account for themselves because Brulin has been doing a tremendous job over the years. She was one of the persons who produced, who fashioned Patrice Robertson to becoming a successful artist. So that's where it's at with the juniors. Now we don't have a Tobago competition now for them, so. That's where it's at for them. But in relation to the Tuco activity now, we have started our activity since our Calypso 10, Magnificent Glow, since the 29th of December. And we've been rampaging through Tobago, spreading the gospel of Calypso music. It's difficult because of the funding and so on, but we're going on and we want to culminate our activity. And no. I think I missed one thing with the juniors. We would be having the Tuco Junior competition in Tobago.
And when is that happening?
That is happening on Carnival Friday. The venue is still to be announced by today. We'll finalize the venue. But we have 8 finalists from Tobago because I get confused because they have this competition in October too.
Yes.
But the Tuco competition, Tobago competition would be on Friday and will take place at a venue to be announced. We have 8 finalists who came out of a field of 14. So that that will be something to think. In fact, we're trying to get Roxborough, but who knows, Roxborough complex. So by today, we should know where this big grand explosion of youth Calypso, because what you'll be seeing there is the future of Tobago Calypso. So everybody, parents, young, old, everybody should come out and have a time.
But from what you've seen so far, what do you think?
Well, I think anywhere you have our people living, you will have talent. What we have to do is to search for the talent, What we doesn't do sometimes is not search for the talent. So what we got to do is there must be talent in every community. And it's incumbent for us, as Tuco and the other authorities, to have an input or to make a concerted effort to get into these communities, to find the talents, and to put them on stage, because people, for example, remember Tobago produced people like Shadow Rose, these are people who revolutionized Calypso music. And so that if those genetics, once the genetics there, you would always produce class acts, and we're seeing it coming through from time to time, the show in Winchester's and the others,
Now, looking at Carnival in Tobago 2024, National Carnival 2024, just happening in a couple weeks' time. There's so much talk, there's so much confusion, there's a lot of late planning as well. What do you think about how this whole thing has been unfolding and the changes that are being made?
Well, Carnival is a dynamic thing and you'll have changes coming from time to time. The important thing about Carnival is the people, because Carnival is really a reflection of the creative spirit of the people, whether in mask making, Calypso, steel pan, and so on. And once those, as if guys talking about DNA, once those things exist within us, Carnival does usually explode, And but for me, with exploding this year, it's left to be seen, but I believe we'll have some explosion of the Carnival spirit here. And Tobago does usually pick up during the last week, that is the historical thing. So that is why we in Tuco would be having our grand finale on Sunday the 10th. It will be the most spectacular spectacle of Calypso and Carnival that's ever seen in Tobago East. We're going at Dallaford Bay Road by the John's Place, Ocean View. And we'll be crowning the Magnificent Glow Calypso King, Magnificent Glow Calypso Queen, the Magnificent Glow Soca Monarch. So we'll be having an internal competition within the tent. And we'll be looking for some invites. I think we want to bring in 1 or 2 people from the Bacchanal tent and so on. And so we'll have, this is going to be something to remember. Remember the day, the 10th, Friday the 10th. That is Saturday the 10th, sorry.
Now, what I've noticed so far for this carnival is that, in terms of Calypso, we see a lot of tents happening, at least a little bit more visible than has been in the last few years. What do you think is happening within the Calypso community at this point in time that we seem to be seeing this resurgence?
Well, what is happening is that there's always be an urge by Calypsonians to put the art on stage, Every Calypsonian who sit down to write a song, compose a song, the greatest feeling he could have is to go on stage and sing that song, So, and the thing that throughout the nation, there seems to be a resurgence in authentic Calypso. We had the jam and wine, half naked women winding up on the stage and stuff, But real Calypso, which tells the stories of life in song, I think we will have a resurgence of that. And that does be determined by the situation in the country and the trends in the world. We have a world today that anything can happen anytime. We have a society today, sometimes we don't know if it's going left, if it's going right, or if it's standing still. So, and these are the issues that come to bear on Calypso composition. Because Calypso is not like them R&B artists in America. They just sing about love, baby, I love you. But the Calypsonians sing on every topic. They even sing about when the King of England who only wife with an American prostitute and leave it wrong for that, So everything they sing about. They sing about war, they sing about peace, So I think that resurgence will happen from time to time, Life is about stages and phases. You have surges and then you have a lull and then it's surge again, That's how beautiful life is. That's how dynamic it is.
And then from what you've heard though, what about the content of the Calypsos that have come forth in the various tents?
Well, it has some good songs, It has some good songs, some big songs, I know what tent we have some good songs, and we have
any particular that stand out to you?
Well, I think the Thomas sisters, when they are Nicole, then they have Rosalind Reed, who have a big song on Calypso. Then we have two guys from the East who have emerged as showstoppers. They are showstoppers in the tent. A guy called Pocky, Eric Benjamin, and another one called Guma. Now these fellas, they have their own particular style. There's an originality about them that captivates the audience. One of them is singing about bandit life, and he actually plays the role of a bandit in the song, And then you have some good songs from the women, You have this lady, Gigi Washington. Also you have Garth Washington, who have a big song on the women. Then you have a guy, we even have a song on Jesus Christ in the tent. By Gary Frederick, he opens the tent with Jesus Christ. Think about Jesus Christ. So we have a variety of songs. We have humor. A guy called Rondell, he's sing. Then we have the mighty Punchin, he's punching with a big song about the diet, what you eat, watch what you eat, and so on. So I would say that there are songs, good songs. What we need is stages, but in order to have a Calypso show, sometimes one show costs $100,000, so it's difficult, it's very, very difficult. So we're battling and swimming against the tide and hoping to finish this season in a flourish and that we could illuminate this whole place with Calypso music. But that date, on Saturday the 10th at Dallaford, that is the date, because that is going to showcase the sweetness and the depth of Calypso that we have in different forms, Because I say we have in Calypso Monarch, Calypso Queen, Soca Monarch, and we might even have some extempo.
Certainly. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Ware, for being on with us and to having this conversation about Calypso. And we're certainly looking forward to seeing, how the industry grows. And hopefully we could keep riding this wave of Calypso going forward.
Yeah, the industry would not stay stagnant, There would always be, sometime when, for example, for 10 years, from 1963 to 1973, only 2 men won the road match, Sparrow and Kitchener. 1 year Sparrow, 1 year Kitchener. 63 to 73. And then after that, he emerged out of nowhere and threatening them in song. And then he sing, Pumpy Dim Pom, 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 Shadow. And he broke that span between Kitchener and Sparrow and opened up the doors for other cars, people like Stalin, emerge, Relita, Valentino, and that was a surge. Then Super Blue came, then Roger came, then Marshall and they came, and so on. So it will have surges. And I hear in one or two songs this year that making some sense, I like the boy Olatunji, he have a nice song,
Nice.
I hear some of the social commentaries in Trinidad yet, so. But Trinidad and Tobago is the land of the Calypso, and you'll always find emerging talent. That is the beauty about it. But what we got to do is give them the stages, give them the opportunity to put their stage on talent. And that's why we have to support these juniors who are going to Trinidad, because they're going to represent Tobago, and we hope that in their representation of Tobago, we will be able to see the light, more light at that tunnel that is now lighting up. And we want to praise Rolling Lewis for the work she's doing in terms of helping the young ones to get songs and training them in the art.
All right. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Ware. And viewers, that's it for this segment, but we got some more coming up for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.